what we do.
It was so tastefully done, Bobby. It was the best entertainment. I mean, I'll never forget that crowd. It was about 30,000 people out there in the cold. It was cold, and we were all just stuck out there sitting on the heels. I mean, you had already the grounds were maxed out where you were performing at that stage, and people were
Right.
just sitting.
I remember since you're talking about 5 or 6 years ago, I was gonna go down to Miami, and the lady told me, said, Barbara Rush, I got a community show I want to do. Can you work without the girls? I said, I sure can. So when I went down, still be having 4 girls, I had 10 girls. She looked at me and said, oh, Bobby Rush, I thought you said you could work without the girls. I said, I sure did, but I didn't tell you I would.
No, Bobby, do not leave your girls.
I know what to do. I'm a Sunday school teacher. I'm a granddad. I'm a husband. I'm a daddy. I'm a father for my children. I know what to do and when to do it. I know how for the
Bobby, I love your show. Listen, you bring class and taste to it, and you make a some bitch think about, oh my God. I mean, last night, I grabbed a few ads off of YouTube, and I put you and the girls up doing Ain't Stunning You. And I'm telling you, I just sat here in this chair and I was in amazement. And then every now and then I just burst out laughing. But the way you had them doing Booger Bear and just bending over just a little to leave it to your imagination, whether they had on draws or not had on draws, nobody will ever know because they just couldn't see that much, but they could see just enough to say, oh, Lord, have mercy. What do you say, Bobby? Look at it.
Look at it.
Ask your wife, can you? Look at it.
I didn't swear it was a Booger Bear. I said, look like it's a Booger Bear.
Okay, look like. Must be a Booger Bear up under there. But you didn't say it was. And listen, I told my big daddy that, and when I came back in, I told him the story of you and the show, and he went and he must have bought 10 albums. He bought every album he could get his hands on about you, and boy, all he talks about is Bobby Rush. And then the first time I interviewed you over at Jim Black and Friends, you sent him a message, and I downloaded that show and gave it to him. Child,
really?
Yes, I did. He is so proud of that thing. His chest is all out. He played that shit for folks. This is what Bobby Rush said to me, because you sent him a message and you told him a joke. And you said, Big Daddy, listen to this. I just have to tell you, when you called his name and then told this little joke for him, child, everybody have to hear that thing over and over.
I know.
Because, Bobby, you never know how you impress somebody. Now, so Bobby, so you went you went to Chicago first. And
I left Louisiana and I went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Oh, okay, you went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
I went with my father. And when I left Chicago with my father, then I went to Chicago. Then I moved to Jackson, Mississippi.
And your mama told you not to move to Jackson.
Well, that's because that's a long story about that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because of racial tensions.
No. What happened with that? Let me see. My great grandmother was a slave in the house with a gentleman by the name of Van Spider, which was my great granddaddy.
And
he had 6 children by my great grandmother and 5 by his wife.
Wow.
And she lived in with him.
Wow.
So what happened with that, when the older boy, which is half brothers to my great grandmother, it was 5 of them. I understand it was 4 of them that he stole from his mother and daddy because they were old enough to leave. He took them to Eudora, Arkansas, and dropped them off in a barn to live and raise themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he did that because my great granddaddy was on the bed, dying bed.
Mm-hmm.
He divided land equally to each one of his children, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And the white sister and brother didn't want to divide that with the black sister and brother.
Oh my goodness!
So he stole them away from him and put them in, and we didn't know that. And so my parents always tell us, "Don't never go back to Mississippi," because we was getting harm's way because they would want to hurt us or harm us or kill us.
Wow!
And we didn't know that 100 years later that he was trying to divide his land equally to his children.
Wow! So Bobby, you've got quite a bit of your history.
I was the first one to come back.
Wow.
And found out that he wasn't looking for us to hurt us, to harm us. He was looking to divide us, the land with us.
Wow. That is a fantastic.
So that's how come I got it. That's one of the reasons I'm coming to Mississippi.
Wow, that's a touching story. But now you've been living there for how long?
I've been here for 20 years now. 20 years.
Yeah. It's something about home, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh God, I wouldn't give anything for you. I'm from the South because I went to Chicago State for many years. But you know, you're like, oh well, you can take the boy out the country, but you can't take the country out the boy.
Mm-hmm.
But the country never left me because I was always just a gentleman who loved not just so much an in the field situation, but the country atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the how you do and how you doing.
I love it too, Bobby.
And then just the kind of person I am, you know.
Every time I go home, you know, I intend to build me a little log cabin right on that spot where my mother's house burned last month, and that's where I want to put my feet up. But I'm like you. I don't intend to really put my feet up. You know, I'm only a short distance from Memphis, and I intend to sing my days out over on Beale Street.
Right.
You know, Big Bill Morganfield and I talk a lot.
You do.
And yeah, and we were talking.
I met him after he got grown. When they were children, I used to see him quite a bit because I know their dad and I were good friends.
Right.
But they were so small at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't remember me other than just me talking to his dad.
Well, you know, Bobby, what a great story that is. You know, Big Bill went on to get 2 college degrees. He was a school teacher. And when Muddy Waters died, it hurt him so bad. He gave up teaching school, bought him a used guitar, taught himself to play the blues and sing it. And now he is just on fire.
Yeah, that's a great story behind that.
Yeah, he is just really on fire, and we've become good friends, and we've followed each other from one blues festival to another, even in Europe, and we never met until last year. He came here to Orlando, Florida to perform, and my sister married Muddy Waters' nephew, who was named after Muddy Waters. My brother-in-law was Wesley Morganfield, and man, DNA is amazing, Bobby, because when I showed Big Bill some of the pictures of his Morganfield family, and he didn't know them, and I said, they would love to know you. They have a huge family reunion every year. They love their family, and you just need to get to know them. And he saw some of these pictures, and he could not believe that he's never met these people, and he's looking at twins of himself. It's an amazing thing. And I'm so glad to be a part of that. Now, Bobby, you have, as I was telling the audience, how damn good you are and how impressive you are on stage. You are so good. You have been named, you've been given many awards for being so great on stage. Bobby Rush has received many awards and recognitions, including Best Live Performer of the Year, Best Blues Entertainer of the Year, and the Best Soul and Blues Album of the Year. Blues Highway, Malico Records.
I was named I had the best this past year, which is 2010. I had the album of the year. I think I was up for 20 times. I think I won 12 times out of 20.
Wow. Wow, Bobby, that's impressive.
I had the number one record. It was an impressive thing in 1983. 1983 on Sue, I had the number one record.
Yes.
Bill Withers had the number 2. James Brown had the number 3. To beat them two guys out, oh God, that was.
Okay, that said something, didn't it? What the old preacher said? You said something, doctor.
Have a number one record over James Brown at them years. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, Bobby, when I say we love your music, I mean it. I play it. Your music is played here on Spreaker every day of the week. Because I
said 83, but it was 72. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Listen, you have the greatest lyrics, and your blues is so damn funky.
Well, I said funky, but I'm a storyteller, and I talk about things. Someone asked me in an interview the other day, Bobby Rush, what's your favorite song? I guess my favorite song is the one that sold the most. But I think my favorite song is the thing that I talk about seriously. There was a song I recorded, and the Staples Singer recorded a year or two after I recorded the song. I wrote the song. It's called "Making a Decision Sometimes Sure Can Be Hard, Making a decision sometimes is different when you got kids involved. Making a decision about an old woman cry is different when your mama cry. Because kissing Cannon and Hearthstone cry don't make a grown woman smile. Help us make the right decision. Those kind of things, seriously, I get involved with my head and heart,
Well, it is because of your country upbringing and love for the country that has made you lyrics that you write. I mean, this is what country folks know. I ain't studying you.
You're probably right. I'm not saying I'm there.
Well, they don't say that in the city, Bobby. In the city, they don't say I ain't studying you. We say that.
Maybe you thought about it. A guy asked me, so what you coming with this thing? I ain't studying you. I said, no, it's not. I ain't studying you. It's I ain't studying you, man.
I ain't studying you.
If you got to be country to know that.
You got to be country to know that. See, and that's what.
Tom came by and his wife. And my mother used to cook tea cakes, and you got to be a country woman to know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Cook the tea cakes, and she would give me one tea cake because she would give me the second tea cake, sometimes the third tea cake, because I always be close to her apron when she was doing the kitchen work, and I would do a little thing, and I would give her sometimes 2 or 3 cookies or tea cake more than the rest of them because I was there with her doing a little thing and chores for my mom.
Uh-huh.
But once I got all I needed, I said, give me another. I call her Ma. Give me another, Ma. She said, I ain't studying you, boy.
That's right. That's right. That's how they talk to you. Yeah, and when and if you were walking by and you were a woman, a pretty young thing, and a man said something to you, I ain't studying you. That's what we said.
I mean, man, most of the time when they say ain't studying you, I mean, you ain't got no hopes. You ain't getting nothing here.
Okay, there's nobody who can write lyrics again like blues and country and western singers, and you got to be country to understand what we talking about.
The story and the swing of them,
Well, I adore you. I love you, and I can't wait to see you on stage one more time.
Well, thank you so much. I'm hoping that all the listeners somewhere down the line get chance, if they haven't heard me or saw me, get a chance to hear me and see me somewhere down the line.
Yeah, if y'all go on YouTube and just put in Bobby Rush, baby, all the shit you ever wanted to see will come up, and you will see Bobby Rush on stage with the girls, and they are just awesome.
And I do some things without the girls too. I got the acoustic thing where I do strip down thing, just me and my guitar and my harmonica around my neck.
Yes, Bobby, how did you learn to play guitar and harmonica? Tell us that story.
Well, my cousin, we call him Son Scott, gave me a guitar when I was about 7 years old. He was about 13.
Mm-hmm.
He bought it for himself. Now, when he first bought it, I couldn't play it. He would let me touch it. But he got about 13, he started looking at the little girl, and the girl started winking at him. So he got interested in the girl and let the guitar alone. So he gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad being a preacher, I put up in a loft. And I put up in this loft, and the sun got on it and whopped the neck of it. So one day I had it in this water trying to get the neck straightened out. And I thought I had heated from everybody but myself and my brother. But my dad told me, said, boy, go up in that loft and get that guitar that you got to heat up there. Bring it here, let me show you how to play it. Well, I was afraid to go get it because I didn't know, first of all, I thought he was going to throw it away. And I didn't know he knew I had it up there. How did you know that? Because I guess mom and dad know everything.
Don't they?
So I went up and got it, and then I had to straighten the old neck out and tune it up a little bit. It wasn't tuned right. So my dad had tuned it up. I said, wow, he could tune it. Then he strummed it and started playing the song. He said, boy, let me sing a song to you that I used to sing when I was a young man about this woman that I knew. Well, I want to hear this because I knew it's going to be about my mother. So I said, Daddy, sing it. So he said, there was a pecan tree in my yard, and one of them was a big pecan, one of them was a small one. One of them, he called one of them tree Chinky Pin. And he grabbed it. He said, me and my gal went to Chinky Pin hunting. She fell down, and I saw something. I said, wow. Because I thought he going to sing a gospel song,
Yeah.
My mom. I said, Daddy, to sing it again. What I wanted him to do, sing the other verse, because I know if she fell down, she saw something, and the next verse, he should explain what he